Hello. Today I'm going to do pre-algebra for adults. And I'm going to read a book. The name of the book is Year of Wonders by Geraldine Brooks. Year of Wonders by Geraldine Brooks. First, I'm going to do pre-algebra. I'll work some problems. And if you come to my channel, please say hello. And I want to say welcome to my channel. But first, I'm going to start out by saying a prayer. Please bow your head. God, I'm coming to you today to ask you to bless all of the children in the universe. God, I'm asking you to put your hands and cover these children all over the universe, God. God, please protect and secure these kids from anybody, anything that wish to do these children in the home, God. God, please protect these children all during the day and all during the night, God. God, keep these children under your anointing. Thank you. Amen. Okay, so first, we're going to learn how to do math. Okay? We're going to learn how to do math. Okay. First, we're going to execute from left to right. Starting out with 7 plus 4 times 3 plus 24 divided by 6. Say it again. 7 plus 4 times 3 plus 24 divided by 6. First, we're going to do the 4 times 3. So we're going to say 7 plus 4 times 3 is 12 plus 24 divided by 6. Next, we're going to divide the 6 between 24. So we're going to say 7 plus 12 plus 6 divided by 24 is 4. Now we're going to add the 7 and the 12. So we're going to say 7 plus 12 is 19 plus the 4. And then we're going to say 19 plus 4 equals 23. So your answer should be 23. So 7 plus 4 times 3 plus 24 divided by 6 is 23. Moving to the next. We're going to do exponents. 4 plus 6 exponent 3 minus 9. How you work that? You're going to say 4 plus 6 times 6 times 6 times 6 minus 9. So 4 plus 6 times 6 times 6 minus 9. So 4 plus 6 times 6 is 36 times 6 is 216. Right now the 216 and you say minus 9. So now you're going to add the 216 to the 4. 4 plus 216 is 220 minus 9 equals 211. So your answer, 4 plus 6 exponent 3 minus 9 is 211. Next problem. In parentheses, we're going to say 3 plus 18 divided by 3 plus, in parentheses, 7 minus 4 equals 211. So how you want to do that? You're going to say open parentheses is 3 plus 18 divided by 3, close parentheses. Say plus, open parentheses, 7 minus 4, close parentheses. Okay? We're going to start off by dividing the 3 into the 18. We're going to say 3 plus, open parentheses, we'll say 3 plus 3 divided by 18 is 6, close parentheses, plus 7 from 4 leaves 3. So we're going to bring down the 3. And remember, 3 times 6 is 18, so you want to say times 3. So is it in parentheses? You'll say 3 plus 6 plus, open parentheses, 3 plus 6, close parentheses, plus 3 times 3. Then you're going to say 3 plus 6 is 9, plus 3 times 3. So you're going to say 9 plus 9, your answer is going to be 18. So parentheses, open parentheses, 3 plus 18 divided by 3, close parentheses, plus open parentheses, 7 minus 4, close parentheses. So the answer is going to be 18. You understand how I did that? If you don't, you can email me to ygarrett354 at gmail.com. ygarrett354 at gmail.com. You can email me if you didn't understand how I got that, and I can walk you through it slowly. Okay? So that was our math for today. I hope I help y'all work out some problems. If you didn't know how to work them out, now you know. Now you do know how to work them out. Okay? And now I'm finna read. Okay? So I'm finna read the chair. All right, finna start to read. Okay, we just gonna read. Read. What book I said we was gonna read? Here's the book. Years of Wonder by Geraldine Brooks. This was the national bestseller. Okay, I'll give you the bio of Geraldine Brooks. Geraldine Brooks is the author of 2 acclaimed works of nonfiction, 9 Parts of Desire, The Hidden World of Islamic Women in Foreign Correspondence, A Pen Pal Journey from Down Under to All Over. During 11 years, a correspondent for the Wall Street Journal. Her beats included some of the world's most troubled areas, including Bosnia, Somalia, and the Middle East. Born and raised in Australia, Brooks lived with her husband, Tony Horwitz, and their son in Aurora, Virginia. This book is Year of Wonder. It's her first novel. All right. So let me start reading some. I'm not going to read all the book. We're going to read part today, and then I'm going to read it until I read it all, okay? Apple picking time. I need my glasses. Okay. I used to love this season. The wood stacked by the door, the tag of its scent still speaking of forest. The haymaid, all golden in the low afternoon light. The rumble of the apples tumbling into the ceiling bins. Smells and sights and sounds that said this year, it will be all right. There'd be food and warmth for the babies by the time the snow came. I used to love to walk in the apple orchard at this time of the year, to feel the soft give underfoot when I trod on a falling fruit. Thick, sweet scents of rotten apple and wet wood. This year, the haystacks are few and the wood pile scant, and neither matters much to me. They brought the apples yesterday, a cartload for the rectory cellar. Late pickings, of course. I saw brown spots on more than a few. I had words with the carter over it. But he told me we were lucky to get as good as we got. And I suppose it's true enough. There are so few people to do the picking, so few people to do anything. And those of us who are left walk around as if we half asleep. We are all so tired. I took an apple that was crisp and good and sliced it, thin as paper, and carried it into that dim room where he sits, still and silent. His hand is on the Bible, but he never opens it. Not anymore. I asked him if he liked to read it to if he liked me to read it to him. He turned his head and looked at me, and I started. It was the first time he looked at me in days. I forgot what his eyes could do, what they could make us do. When he stared down from the pulpit and held us one by one in his gaze, his eyes are the same, but his face has altered so drowned and haggard, each line etched deep. When he came here just 3 years since, the whole village made a jest of his youthful looks and laughed at the idea of being preached at by such a pup. If they saw him now, they would not laugh, even if they could remember how to do so. You cannot read, Anna. To be sure, I can rector. Miss Marpelia taught me. He went and turned away as I remember her, and instantly I regretted it. He does not trouble to bind in his hair these days. And from where I stood, the long dark fall of it hid his face, so that I could not read his expression. But his voice, when he spoke again, was composed enough. Is she so? Did she so? He muttered. Well, then perhaps one day I hear you and see what kind of a job she made of it. But not today. Thank you, Anna. Not today. That will be all. A servant has no right to stay once she's dismissed. I did stay, plumbing a pillar, placing it short. He wouldn't let me lay fire. He won't let me give him even that little bit of comfort. Finally, when I run out of things to pretend to do, I left him in the kitchen. I chose a couple of the spotty apples I cut from the buckets and walked out to the stables. The courtyard hadn't been swept in a night. It smelled of rotten straw and horse piss. I had to hinch up my skirt to keep it off the mop. Before I was halfway across, I could hear the thud of his horses. Rump as he turned and strutted in his confident, goggin cleft into the floor of the stall. There, there are one strong or skilled enough now to handle him. The stable boy, whose job it was to keep the courtyard rake, was asleep on the floor of the tack room. He jumped when he saw me, making a great show of searching for the snack that had slipped from his hand when he dozed off. I'm sorry, when he dozed off. The sight of the scythe blade still upon his workbench vexed me, for I asked him to mend it long since, and the Timothy now was not but blowed seed head and no longer worth the cutting. I was set to scold him about this and about the filth outside, but his poor face, so pinched and exhausted, made me swallow the words. Dust motes sparkle in the sudden shaft of sunlight as I opened the stable door. The horse stopped his pawing, holding one hoof aloft and blanket in the unfamiliar glare. Then the rear up on his muscle hunches and punched the air, saying as plainly as he could, "If you aren't him, get out of here." Although I don't know when a brush was last laid on him. His coat still gleamed like bronze when a light touched it. When Mr. Marpeller had arrived here on this horse, the common talk had been that such a fine stallion was no fit steed for a priest. And people liked not to hear the rector calling him. Anterose, after one of the old Puritans, told them it was the name of a pagan idol. When I made so bold as to ask Mr. Marpeller about it, he had only laughed and said that every Puritans should recall that pagans too are children of God and their story is part of his creation. Okay. I stood with my back pressed against the stall, talking gently, talking gently to the great horse. And I'm so sorry you cramped up in here all day. I brought you a small something. Slowly, I reached into the pocket of my pinafore and held out an apple. He turned his massive head a little, showing me the white of one liquid eye. I kept paddling softly as I used to with the children when they were scared of hurt. You like apples? I know you do. Go on then and have it. He pawed the ground again, but with less conviction. Slowly, his nostrils flaring as he studied the scent of the apple and of me. He stretched his broad neck toward me. His mouth was soft as a glove and warm as it brushed my hand. Talking the taking the apple in a single bite. As I reached into my pocket for the second one, he tossed his head and the apple juice sprayed. He was up. Now, angrily boxing the air, and I knew the moment I dropped the other apple on the floor of the stall and it slid out quickly, resting my back against the closed door. Wiping a string of horse spittle from my face, the stable boy slid his eyes at me and went slightly on with his mending. Well, I thought, it's easy to bring a small comfort so that poor beast that it is to his master. When I came back into the house, I could hear the rector out of his chair pacing. The rectory floors are old and thin, and I could follow his steps by the creak of the boards. Up and back he walked, up and back, up and back. If only I could get him downstairs. Only if I could get him downstairs to do his pacing in the garden. But once when I suggested it, he looked as if I proposed something as ambitious as a track up the White Peak. When I went to fetch his plate, the apple slices were all there, untouched, turning brown. Tomorrow, I start to work with the cider press. He take a drink without noticing sometimes, even when I can't get him to eat anything. And it's no use letting cellar full of fruit go bad. If there's one thing I can't stand anymore, it's the scent of a rotten apple. Okay, I'm gonna stop right here. And then tomorrow I read the next one. I read the next chapter. That's not the next chapter, but I read the next part of chapter 1. I stop on page 6, so tomorrow I'll read 6 to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6 to 11. Well, 6 to 12. Okay, I read 6 to 12 tomorrow. So let me put a piece of paper right there where I stop there, marker right there, so I know where I stop there, okay? So I know where I stop at. So tomorrow will be from 6 to 12 tomorrow. I read part of it. So I read it all. So that's when I run out of things to talk about. I don't know how to get people to my channel. If anybody can hear me get folks to my channel, that would be kind of nice. I don't know how to get a crowd to my channel. Although I see people been watching, but nobody ever coming and going live. So that's all for today. Okay. Bye-bye. Hope y'all enjoyed the map. I hope y'all enjoyed the book, Year of Wonders. I start off on I start off on page 6, finish up page 6, and I read all the way to 6 to 12. And I'll keep reading until I read the whole book. Okay, all right. And I think about, I create some more math problems too for tomorrow. Okay, bye-bye. Thank you. Love you, children in the universe. Thank you, adults, for coming and watch my channel. Thank you. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.